All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. I want to give a double honor to the elders and the apostles who rule well, and a salutation to the Akim, pushing the truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'll be coming out with a little lesson today. I'm the Koya Sharala, and my lesson that I'll be coming out with is concerning false prophets. My first book that I'll be coming out of is Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 26. Starting at verse 26. For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait. As he that setteth snares, they set a trap. They catch men. First off, Pastor Porkchop is a wicked man. He lies in wait. He set traps. He catch men. That trap that he set and he catch men with is this trap and this snare of Christianity and pushing this vibration of a false doctrine of Christianity. It's not the truth. Verse 27. As a cage full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore they are become great and waxen rich. As a cage full of birds, so are their houses. What is Pastor Porkchop's house outside of his house? That harlot house that they call a church, that synagogue of Satan, that house of the dead, is full of lies and deceit. It's full of deceit, which is lies, man. Therefore, they have become great and waxen rich. You have told lies. Pastor Porkchop have told lies to people and have become great and waxen rich. He done got rich off the people with that pay your tithes shit. If you do this, if you pay your tithes, Jesus will bless you. If you don't pay your tithes, you won't get blessed. And then it became rich off of that. Then it became great. It became rich. Walking around here, three-piece suits, rings and jewelry, driving these nice cars, living in gated communities. They are waxing fat. Verse 28, they shine, yea, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. There it is. They overpass the deeds of the wicked. That's Pastor Porkchop and these 2/3, because Esau, he is the wicked. He is the wicked that the Bible speaks about. He is the wicked. He is the man that's not upright. He is the profane one. They judge not the cause. They don't pay attention to what's going on. The cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper. The cause of the ones who don't have guidance. Yet Pastor Porkchop, he still prosper. And the right of the needy, they do not judge. They don't judge the right of the needy. The people who are in need, who really need to be led, they don't care. Pastor Porkchop only care about your money. Pastor Porkchop is a false prophet. He is not here to save your soul. Verse 29. Shall I not visit for these things? The Most High saying, shall he not recompense for this? Shall he not bust up 2/3 and Pastor Porkchop for this foolishness? Saith the Lord, saith Yahweh. Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? Shall not I get recompense for what's going on? Verse 31. The prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means, and my people love to have it so. What will ye do in the end thereof? There it is right there. 2/3 of Israel love for Pastor Porkchop to lie to him. To tell them deceits, to tell them, oh, if you give your tithes, the Lord gonna bless you with a house. He gonna bless you with a new car. You know what I'm saying? If you keep serving him and giving your money, you gonna keep blessing. He gonna give you long life. I done heard some foolishness, man, growing up in these churches. I done heard when I think about it, I done heard some stupid shit concerning these scriptures coming out of this Pastor Porkchop mouth. Like, now that I know the truth, I look at these scriptures and I think back, Pastor Porkchop said a lot of stupid shit out of his mouth, man. A lot of stupid shit that was not scripture. This is Jeremiah chapter 14, verses 13 through 15. And this was the Lord speaking to Jeremiah. Then said I, Lord Yahweh, behold, the prophets say unto them, ye shall not see the sword, neither shall ye have famine, but I will give you assured peace in this place. Don't Pastor Porkchop tell you when you serve the Lord and you do all this stuff and pay your tithes, you'll be blessed and won't nothing bad happen to you because you serving the Lord? You serving Jesus, Serapis Christi, Jesus Christos. You know what I'm saying? You'll have peace. Verse 14. Then the Lord said unto me, the prophets that prophesy lies in my name. The prophets prophesy lies in my name. Pastor Porkchop prophesied lies in the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. I sent them not. Most High ain't sent these pastors, these so-called prophets, these so-called preachers, Pastor Porkchop. Neither have I commanded them. He ain't gave them no command to go out and open their mouth and say nothing. Neither spake unto them. The Most High ain't speaking to Pastor Porkchop. They prophesy unto you a false vision and divination, and a thing of nothing, not, and deceit of the heart. See, first off right there. Again, Pastor Porkchop is lying to people. He prophesied unto people false visions and divinations. Visions and divinations, Salakia. And a thing of nothing. And the deceit of their own heart. Pastor Porkchop only prophesied to you out of his own heart. The Most High is not talking to him. He think he being taught by the Most High. He think the Most High is dealing with him, but that's not true. According to the scriptures, the Most High ain't called not now one of these so-called Serapis Christi worshipers in these harlot houses, in these synagogues of Satan, i.e. these houses of death. He ain't called now one of them. Nowhere. Verse 15. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, I sent them not. Yet they say sword and famine shall not be in this land. By sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed. There it is right there again. The Most High didn't send no false prophet. He didn't send Pastor Porkchop to the people. You know, and Pastor Porkchop will tell you, long as you believing in Jesus Christos, which is, or Serapis Christians, which they want to talk about Jesus, ain't nothing bad gonna happen to you. Ain't no sword or no famine gonna come to you. But in the scriptures, it plainly state, by sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed. By the same thing they telling you that's not gonna happen to you, it's gonna happen to them. And it's gonna happen to you too. If you're a 2/3 and you believing in this Serapis Christi, this Jesus Christos worship, and all this mess. The Most High ain't dealing with these Pastor Porkchop. He's not dealing with them. Care how much you want to believe it, he's not dealing with them. He just said, in verse 15 and 14, he prophesied unto you a false vision and divination, and a thing of nothing, and the deceit of the heart. So he's not coming to you in truth. He's coming to you in lies. Something he think. Something he feel. Oh, I feel like that. Yeah, come on, man. I done seen some stupidity. I done seen some stupid stuff, man, concerning Pastor Porkchop. Growing up in that, and now I'm in the truth, and I look back. The Most High is not dealing with now one of them dudes, man. Now one of them. And then on top of that, they be in direct contradiction to the scriptures anyway, man. They don't be believing in the scriptures. They don't believe in nothing. When you come to them with the truth, they show you, oh no, I don't believe that. There you go. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, okay, well. The Most High is gonna put it in your life. Concerning these scriptures, Pastor Porkchop. It's gonna get jacked up. This is Lamentations chapter 2, verse 14. Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, And they have not discovered thine iniquity to turn away thy captivity, but have seen for thee false burdens and causes of banishment. There it is right there. Apostle Porkchop has only seen foolishness. He only seen vain and foolish things for you. Because the Most High ain't dealing with them. He ain't discovered thy iniquity. He ain't discovered thy sin, thy guilt, thy wrongdoing. So that you could turn away that captivity. So you can turn away that punishment. So that you can straighten up and fly right. But have seen for the false burdens. He done seen false burdens for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what? Come on, seriously? You gonna say false burdens. He have seen false utterance for you, false portions for you. And the causes of banishment. And the causes of seduction and or enticement. So I mean, he ain't the Most High ain't dealing with Pastor Porkchop, and Pastor Porkchop ain't seen nothing of the Most High, because the Most High is not dealing with a false prophet. This is Matthew chapter 7. Verses, I'm going to start at 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate. Pastor Porkchop ain't entering in at the straight gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Pastor Porkchop is on that broad way, that way that leadeth to destruction. He ain't going in at that narrow gate. See, that narrow gate is life, according to verse 14. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that will find it. It's like few there be that find it. So there it is right there. Pastor Porkchop ain't going through that narrow gate. He ain't going through that narrow gate, because that narrow gate leads to life. Pastor Porkchop, he's on that broad, wide road that lead to destruction. And he walk around telling the people, 2/3 of Israel, that that's the way to go. So basically, he leading 2/3 of Israel to destruction. This is verse 15 of Matthew chapter 7. Beware of false prophets, which come unto you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Pastor Porkchop is a ravening wolf. He comes to you in sheep clothing. He comes to you all dressed up and nice and looking good, smelling like that old stank-ass Old Spice. But, you know, with them 3-piece suits on and all this, and the Lord said in it. According to the scriptures, Pastor Porkchop is a ravening wolf, and he is a false prophet. He is not of the Lord. And he's going to be destroyed for that. This is Luke chapter 6, verses no, Matthew, Salakia. This is Matthew 24, Salakia. I skipped one. Verse 4. This was Yahushua. He was talking to the disciples. He was basically concerning verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. He was basically telling them, watch out, man. Don't let take heed, pay attention, so these false prophets won't deceive you. Like Pastor Porkchop, when you're not paying attention and you don't have knowledge, Pastor Porkchop will deceive you. Verse 5 of Matthew 24. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. Pastor Porkchop come in the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua all the time. And he deceived the 5 out of many. But really, Pastor Porkchop, as a matter of fact, he don't come in the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. He come in the name of Jesus Christos, or Serapis Christi, i.e. who they call Jesus. That's who he come in the name after. But you let him tell it, he is coming in the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. But those who know and those who know the truth know that Pastor Porkchop ain't coming in the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. He coming in the name of Jesus Christos, Serapis Christi, or that so-called Jesus name. That's who he coming in the name of. But you let Pastor Porkchop tell you, oh, he coming in the right name. That's the name. That ain't the name, man. That's a demon. That's why you can't tell them nothing. Because that demon got their mind seared up, closed up. Ultimately, it's Yahweh. But, you know, just roughly paraphrasing a little. This is verse 11. And many false prophets shall rise and deceive many. False prophets done rose up and deceived many over the years. You don't believe it? Just look at what's going on. Look at this country. So I mean, it's crazy out here. This is verse 24 of Matthew 24. For there shall arise again false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, and so much that if it were possible, they shall see the very elect, deceive the very elect. I mean, they will like, if it was possible, they would be able to fool the very elect, the ones that the Most High has chosen to get this truth. Pastor Porkchop would even fool them, but it's not possible. So I mean, Pastor Porkchop got some shit coming to him, man. He ain't finna live through this ordeal that's coming. This is Luke chapter 6, verse 24 through 26. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Pastor Porkchop that received this consolation, he rich. He rich off the people. He get his money from the people. Woe unto you that are full. Pastor Porkchop is full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now. Pastor Porkchop, he laughing now. For ye shall mourn and weep. In the times to come, Pastor Porkchop gonna be hungry, and he gonna mourn and weep. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets. Pastor Porkchop is spoken well of. And the Most High is saying, woe unto you. So I mean, even in the days of old, they were speaking well of Pastor Porkchop. He just wasn't called Pastor Porkchop back then, you know. But in these days of time, he's called Pastor Porkchop. This is 2 Peter, verse 2. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privately shall bring damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. There it is right there. Pastor Porkchop meet up with other Pastor Porkchops, and they bring in damnable heresies. What's a damnable heresy? The Most High Son's name being Jesus. That's a heresy. That's a damnable heresy. His name is Yahushua. Father's name is Yahweh. Pastor Porkchop not telling you this. Pastor Porkchop is a liar. He speaks of his own heart. He see false, fake visions. He speak vain foolishness. He speaks deception. Verse 2 of Peter chapter 2. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. Pastor Porkchop speak evil of the truth. Geno Jennings, he speak evil of the truth. He is a main Pastor Porkchop. He speak evil of the truth. He think he got the truth, but he don't understand that the Most High is not dealing with him. Nor is Yahweh dealing with these false prophets. Verse 3, and through covetousness shall they with vain words make merchandise of you, whose judgment is now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. So Pastor Porkchop, got some shit coming to him, man. It tell you right here, although and through Salakia, and through covetousness shall they with vain words make merchandise of you. Pastor Porkchop make merchandise of people with vain words, with lies. Damnable heresies. He would feign words, man. It says, molded, formed, as formed clay, waxed or stoned, or stone. And through greedy gain shall they make merchandise of you. Covetousness, greedy gain. So I mean that means Pastor Porkchop make merchandise of you. He needs you to pay your tithe. He needs you to pay that money so that he can get what he need to get. But he'll put it off on the church like, well, the church need this, and the harlot house and the synagogue of Satan need this. No, man. Pastor Porkchop need that for himself. Because if he wasn't getting paid money, guarantee you he wouldn't be no so-called false prophet. He wouldn't be no false prophet. But it says, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not. The judgment of Pastor Porkchop is not going to tarry. It's not going to just wait. And their damnation slumbereth not. Their destruction slumbereth not. So I mean, ain't no living. You might want to believe it, but it ain't going to happen. But Pastor Porkchop is a false prophet, man. The Most High is not dealing with Pastor Porkchop at all, under any circumstances. This is 1 John, my last chapter, verse 4. Salakia, chapter 4, verses 1 through 3. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit whether they are of Yahweh, because many false prophets are going out into the world. The Most High just tell you right there, try the spirit to see if it's of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Pastor Porkchop's spirit is not of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. So I mean, ain't really nothing you can do about it. Verse 2. Hereby know ye the spirit of Yahweh, every spirit that confesses that Yahweh Shai Mashiach is come in the flesh is of Yahweh. Verse 3. And every spirit that confesses not that Yahweh Shai is come in the flesh is not of Yahweh. And this is that spirit of Antichrist, whereof you have heard that it should come, and even now is already in the world. There it is right there. The Most High just told you. Pastor Porkchop is not of, well, no. Salakia. Every spirit that confesses not that Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is come in the flesh is not of Yahweh. But every spirit that does, that professes Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is come in the flesh is of Yahweh. He that does not profess that or confess that is not of Yahweh. And Pastor Porkchop is not of Yahweh. He is not of Yahweh, period. Pastor Porkchop think he got the truth. Pastor Porkchop think the Most High is dealing with him. The Most High is not dealing with him. So I mean, Pastor Porkchop is a false prophet concerning these scriptures, concerning this word of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Again, I want to give all praises to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Another double honor to the elders and the apostles who rule well. I'm Nakar Yasharala, and with that, Shalom.